Okay, you mentioned at Parla that you'd only done 6 or 7 30-minute motos. So was this week focused on testing, or was it focused on just pounding out motos and getting your reps in?
The motos were definitely important this week, but I did do some testing. Didn't really change all that much. I know I had a pretty good setup going into Paula, and like I said before, I just didn't execute what I needed to in that first moto, and kind of took myself out of the podium. But yeah, this week I did do some testing, but didn't change too much. Also focused on motos, and I really rode good this week.
I've got to ask, what did you test? Was it suspension? Was it chassis? Was it something else?
A little bit of suspension stuff, but it wasn't like crazy. You know, I tried, you know, a little thing here, a little thing there, and then went out and busted out a moto and confirmed my choices. So, but it wasn't. It was literally like maybe a few clicks, and yeah, it wasn't like changing a whole shock, changing this, changing that. It was just little things here and there.
Did you end up going back to your Parla setup then, or are you carrying that into this weekend, what you tested this week?
Yeah. So I'm really, I'm very close to what I had in the second moto at Paula. I didn't stray away from that too much. I think we are on, you know, a little bit of a stiffer shock just to keep the hold up in the rear end, and yeah, that was really it. But I mean, my bike feels pretty damn good right now, so I'm scared to like just go either way. You know, I was riding so good in that first moto, and it was working with me, and I've told the team I think my bike's gonna work better, especially in these, you know, bigger bump situations. Like last week, it was, you know, a lot of chatter, a lot of potholes, and yeah, I didn't really set my bike up for that, although it worked pretty good. I think it's gonna work a little bit better as we get to these softer, you know, bigger bump tracks.
I'm sure this is impossible to answer, but I'll ask it anyway. Compare the peak happiness you had in Supercross with your bike.
Yeah.
Where are you at compared to that outdoors? So are you happier with your bike now than you ever were in Supercross?
Yeah, 100%.
Is that just because you're more of an outdoor guy and you find it easier to navigate testing outdoors, or?
I think so. I think, shoot, I don't even know. Like,
I feel that's a good question.
I was pretty happy with my bike in Supercross, especially towards the end. Unfortunately, that happened at New Jersey. But I don't know what it is. I think I maybe like softer, more bouncier suspension, maybe. But yeah, I'm a lot more comfy on the outdoor bike than I was on the Supercross bike for sure.
Hey, obviously Parla was solid for you, but you know you can achieve more. What did you work on this week to get better? And are you even in a position to start working on things yet? Or do you have to wait until the fitness and the bike time comes back?
Yeah, it's mainly just riding this week. I went back to Florida and just did motos. Got 2 solid days in, and for me it's just bike time. That's all I need right now. We did try a little bit something different with the fork, and it seemed to be a better adjustment for me. So we'll see. But yeah, I felt better this week than I did last week. I feel like I said, it's just bike time I'm lacking. So just gonna keep doing some motos, and I think it'll all play itself out.
You can no comment this because I wasn't going to ask it, but you just made me think. You mentioned fork. You made a change at Atlanta with your fork, and then I think you went back. So are you still toying with that idea? Like, why did you kind of yo-yo with it?
So yeah, we went a different direction, more production style, and I'm still on that. You know, just an updated. You know, we raced the first round, and that's when you learn the most. And like I said, I only had about 3 to 4 total days on the bike before I raced. So once you go racing, you kind of learn a little bit more, and it's a setting that I kind of came up with last summer. So, you know, I was a little out of shape and just on my Back to Roots tour. So you need, once you go racing, it changes a little bit. But I'm happy with what we changed so far. I think, you know, me and AP both are on it. So it's definitely, for me, a better direction. And hopefully we can get a little more comfort, even though I thought last weekend was good. It was just, like I said, lack of motos and lack of riding. So I'm not too worried about it. I think our bike's in a good spot right now. Obviously, they can always be better, but I think it's more on me at the moment, just getting some motos and riding in.
Obviously, it sucks to chase us out, but that kind of validates why you showed up at round one. You knew that stuff's going to happen. Stuff has already started happening, so I guess you're even happier now that you made that decision.
You know, I think, like I said, you never know what can happen, right? And yeah, for me, I think, you know, it sucks for Chase. I've been there with the head injury. It's not a good one. So, you know, sucks for him, but obviously for me, it gets some hope back in it. You know, it's like, man, now we can really fight to be up front, and the championship is definitely more open, I guess you could say now. And especially for me with the SMX stuff, it's creating a good position. So, yeah, it validated for sure my reason to line up at round one, ready or not. And like I said, that's why I'm here, and just to do the best I can for these first few rounds and go from there.
Round one's in the books. What did you do this week to improve the bike? Obviously, we know you're struggling. So what steps have you made this week, and do you feel more confident coming into Hangtown?
I only rode one time this week because I was quite tired from the race. But yeah, the only time I rode was a long day at the track. We a lot of testing. I can't really tell you exactly for sure, but yeah, we try many stuff. Some chassis stuff, you know, not really suspension stuff that we usually change very quick. More just try stuff that we never tried, and try to get back the feeling from what I have in 2021 when I won the championship. So that's really what I'm chasing right now. And yeah, we put some old parts to try to get this feeling back. And yeah, that's what we did all day Wednesday.
Do you or the team talk to the MXGP guys at all and share information? Because they were struggling at the start of their season, and recently they've turned a corner. Jeremy obviously won the last GP. So do you share information with those guys?
I know they share the team between the team. But me, I talk a little bit with Maxime Renault because we're friends. You know, he's French. But we talk the bike, but we don't talk really setup. You know, it's hey, do you like the bike? Yes, no. Do I like it? Yes, no. Like it's very simple. You know, we don't really talk about setup because we know it's too different. I don't think we really share. Like we know what they use, but I don't think we use anything compared to them.
I guess it's difficult because you need to improve your fitness and the bike, and all the while you're doing these long test days, you're not doing, I presume, you're not doing long 30-minute motos, which you need to do to improve your fitness, just your race pace. So it's kind of like two things that need to be fixed, but very different solutions for both of them.
Yeah, for sure, but right now the speed is more important than the fitness. So I finished the moto last weekend. I was like tired for sure, but it wasn't the end of the world. So right now we lack of speed, and I feel like the bike can help me a lot for that. So that's what we are chasing right now.
Two more quick things. Just talking to Tom, he said he walked over the track and Hangtown reminds him of Tuchenthal. Do you agree with that at all? Because that's interesting to me. The dirt sometimes, yeah, the way the ruts are shaped could be a little bit Tuchenthal, but it's a different track. It's it's difficult to compare. Yeah, I agree. Some section, some line could be similar, but I mean it's Hangtown. You know, you can't compare Hangtown to any other track in the world. Obviously, round one's done. You learned a lot. What did you work on this week to be better, and what is it you think you need to do to be better?
Yeah, we improved the bike a little bit. It was nice to be on the first round, but a little bit different for me. You know, like there's a lot of things how to go to the first race. You know, like we didn't train much actually on the motocross track, so I was a little bit wrong. I think with the suspension, we make some changes this week, improve a lot. So I'm pretty happy from where I am now, and learn the track. Pala is tough. Actually, there's two tracks in Pala for me. Like the bottom where the start is a little bit sandy, and then the top part of the track is really hard packed. So it was tough, like the feeling on the same track to have different dirt, let's say. So it was pretty weird. Walk the track in Hangtown looks nice, like real dirt, more like dirt, and looks a little bit like Tuchenthal in Germany. So I like that track and the type of dirt. It looks more slow, maybe the speed here. Not as fast as Pala, and should be good, I think.
With the grate that they're using for outdoors, does that change anything with your start technique compared to MXGP?
No,
does it feel grippier?
Yeah, I think the gate is more grippy here than in GP. I remember in GP there's less grip. So when you pull the clutch, there's a lot more traction on the gate here than in GP. So you need to adapt, but of course we have the same in practice, so we can practice. but definitely I think it's a little bit better for me to have the gates and not start on the dirt, because I actually never start in my life in the dirt. Since I'm in GP 2019, I always start on the metal gate, so it's pretty nice to keep on the same way.
Everyone, when they come to America, they talk about how hard it is to get used to the tracks with only 15 minutes. Obviously, you practiced at Parla, but did the whole race day program feel quite hectic and fast for you?
Well, it's nice. I like it. You know, like what I said, in Europe I did 2 seasons, 2020 and 2021, only 1-day format, so I was a little bit used to it. Of course, in Europe I know the track. Here I don't know the track, so it's quick, especially when the lap time is almost 2:20 or 2:30 in Pala. So in 15 minutes you don't do many laps, 5 laps, and then you are done already. So you need to be quick to learn the track, and to be honest, it's pretty tough. Like, I think that the most things that I need to get used to it, let's say.
And last thing, coming to Hangtown, it's more like a real American motocross track with history. I'm sure you've watched loads of races here. So does it feel cooler turning up to this track, and like this is like the start of your American?
Yeah, like everyone knows the track and it's pretty famous here, so it's pretty nice. The dirt looks more like dirt, let's say, than Pala, so I think it's gonna be a little bit better for me. And the layout looks nice. I didn't try it yet, so we're gonna have press soon, so gonna feel it's nice to feel the track a little bit on Friday before the race, and yeah, gets ready for tomorrow.
Obviously, it's been a difficult year for you, so I'm sure you didn't know where you stood coming into round one. Did it surprise you, either good or bad, or was that kind of where you expected to be?
No, I definitely expected to be better. I definitely wanted a top 10 my first round back, especially for how stacked, you know, that lights class is. I've never seen it with that many factory guys out there, but yeah, it's been a rough year, you know, with the wrist. I think I didn't race for 7 months, if not longer. I was off the bike for 5.5 months. So just to come out there and get racing experience with those guys and you know, battle with them, and even though my starts were not good at all, and hopefully we found some bike stuff to make it better this weekend. So yeah.
How close to 100% are you, and how long is it going to take you to get to full fitness?
Fitness felt actually the best it's ever been in my life, honestly, out there. I feel like my time's really good, solid the whole moto. I don't think it was much of a fitness deal. It was more just being the intensity the first couple laps, just not used to that. I haven't raced in a long time. So just getting used to that, being up with those front guys. I would say I'm around 80% with the wrist. You know, it's still lingering a little bit here and there, but I think once we get some good starts, it'll be better.
Do you look at the 450 class and kind of wish that you were in that class? Do you think that would be a better spot for you?
I mean, definitely it would be cool to race it, but you know, I wanted to go back to lights class. You know, I'm still super young, and I wanted to make a name in that spot, even though 16th place is not making a name for yourself. But yeah, I just wanted to go into the tougher class. I feel like I don't really like to be that guy that jumps ship and just be like, oh man, there's only 5 fast guys in here, it's jump ship. So no, I just want to keep racing with these lights guys and try to make my way up into top 5.
I feel like Parla wasn't a true representation of what you can do. I came in, I was telling your friends in Europe that you're going to be a 7, 8, 9 guy, and I still honestly believe that. So do you still believe that, or has Parla kind of knocked for confidence a little bit?
Yeah, I just kind of self-imploded in Parla, really. I fell 5 times. I had a crash in the first moto, bent my clutch lever, I got stuck in a banner, and I just took myself out of position to get results. Moto 2, same thing. I just couldn't stay off the ground. I crashed 4 times Moto 2, so I think, if I just ride like myself, I rode really tight all day, and just I couldn't find the flow, so I'm gonna find it here.
Do you think you rode tight because you knew that there was an opportunity to get a really good result, and maybe you put more pressure on yourself than normal?
It could be that. I feel like I had a great prep coming into the season, and I definitely had some confidence. I just, once I got into a race scenario, things just didn't go like you'd planned. So I feel fine coming into this weekend. I'm hungry, I'm ready.
2 more quick things. Where are you at with the bike? Are you 100%? What do you need to improve to get to 100%? Where is the happiness level?
I do feel confident in the bike right now. The team's put in a lot of work all through SX and even in the off season. I feel like it's in a good place. I'm happy with it.
First round, is that where you expected to be? Did you expect better, worse? Did anything surprise you about Parla?
I definitely expected better, but at the same time I do gotta realize I am coming off an injury, so just building into it the best I can. Results, they'll come as time goes on, so just getting comfortable out there, gate drops, all that good stuff. So yeah, I wish it a little bit better, but we'll take it. So.
What is it going to take for you to get better? What improvements have you made this week? What do you know you need to work on?
Just more time on the bike. I've only had about 5 weeks on the bike since I broke both my wrists. So the more time I get on the bike, I think the better, the more comfortable I get. Just everything will feel better after that. So.
Once you're 100% and kind of firing on all cylinders, where do you truthfully expect to be? Or where do you think you can be?
I know I can be around the top 10. You know, last year I was right around that area, so I know I can, and I got a lot better bike, so I know I can do it this year. So, yeah, top 10's goal. So.